Hey guys, this is Eve with Scrapbooking with Me, and hopefully by now you have received your March kits. And I wanted to show you this little pocket will be inside your kit. And you can see it's a clear pocket that has a little flap at the top. What this is die and stamp storage pockets. These are from Avery L. And I included one of these in your kit because now you're getting a collection of stamps and dies. So I thought this would be good for you to put those in. It's a thick piece, and I keep all mine stored in there, and then I just fold that in like that. So that is in your kit. In case you're wondering what that is it. It's a die and storage pocket. Alright, you are going to have a piece of chipboard in there as well. And the chipboard is cut at 6. Let's see, we cut it at 6 and left it at 11 inches. So you're going to need to cut your chipboard down at 3.5 by 6. You're going to need 2 of those, and then you're going to need 1 inch by 6. That's going to be your spine piece. Then you have either pink or brown cardstock in your kit. Not sure which. I didn't have enough of the brown, so I had to include some pink. But whichever one you have. We had to split it to get it in the package, but that should work out just exactly right. You should have a piece that is cut. Let me find my ruler. I'm going to go over all of these so that you'll know where to do your cutting and things like that at. So this piece should be 7 inches by 12 inches. And what you want to do with this piece that's 7 by 12 is you want to cut it down to 9 inches so that you'll have a 9 by 7 piece. Okay, so that's 9 by 7, and make sure that you're cutting the one that is 7 inches wide. So cut that down to 9 by 7, and then your other piece, just leave it for now, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it in a minute. Now this is going to go right across here. This is going to be the part that we're going to kind of cover our chipboard with. And this is some lightweight chipboard that you have. Should be really good for this little. This is going to be a Cascading mini album. It's not going to be a mini album like we made last month. It's going to be a Cascading one. Now, since we have a 1/2 inch up here and down here, what I'm going to do to make sure that I get my chipboard on there right and straight is I'm just going to draw. I'm going to put a 1/2 inch, put my ruler on 1/2 inch up from the bottom, and I'm just going to draw a little line. Now going this way, we don't have quite a 1/2 inch. I think we have, let's see. We probably have, these are going to be 6, 7, 8. So we're going to have a little bit less than half over here. So I'm going to mark it at 3/8 just to give me a starting place. That's all I'm going to do right there. I'll show you what I did. I just marked it so I'll have me a little corner and a straight line on the bottom so that when I lay these down, I'll know I'll be getting them straight. So see, I'll start my first one out right there, like that. Then I'll put my spine piece down, and then I'll put this other one right there, and so I'll be able to keep them in a straight line at the bottom. Now to put these down, I'm going to use some score tape, but I'm going to have to get another roll. Looks like this one has run out. Okay, I'm just going to use this up. This is not the best quality score tape, but it's okay for something like this. So I'm going to use this up before I open up another roll of our SWME score tape. But we do keep score tape in the shop, so if you're looking for any, remember you can use your 15% off on that as well. And probably when we get back from the cruise, I'll be loading up some other goodies. I don't think I'm going to have time before we leave to load in the new product So if I do, I will definitely get it up, but if not, it's going to be when we get back. I've just been pushed for time since we've been getting everything ready for the cruise and then trying to get the March kits out. So alright, I'm going to put my score tape on the back of all of these before I start laying anything down. Okay, there we go. Let's pull the backing off of this. And remember, the PDFs for all of these cuts will be linked in our kit group. Now, I opened up a kit group because last month so many people had problems getting the links off of the email or off of the piece of paper that I put in the kit. So I just went ahead and opened up a kit group. It's on Facebook, and that link will be below, and it's also on your letter that you will get in your kit. But the link to all of the PDFs, pictures, videos, everything will be over in that group. And it should be linked right at the top. Okay, so let's put this one down. And as you see, I'm leaving just a little bit of space between the fronts and the backs and the spine. You need to leave a little bit less. Let's see how much that is. That is a ruler's width. So it's probably, I would say, about 1/8 or a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch is what you need to leave between them. And that's just going to ensure that you have plenty of room when it comes to folding these. Now I'm just going to go down that center and give that a little bit of a burnish. Then we're going to go down the edge, burnish that a little bit. Oops. Okay. And then I like to take this end of the bone folder and just pull that up a little bit. Break the fibers in your paper. And if you've got a piece of paper with this branding code thing on the bottom of it, don't worry about it. Just turn it to the inside or something. We didn't cut those off. We just left them. I should have turned mine the other way, but I think I'll still be able to cover it up with my paper. So, but just put yours to the inside, or you can trim it off if you want to. But if you put it to the inside, it'll give you that much more paper to fold over. Alright. Now what we want to do is well, for some weird reason I can't find my little scissors, so we're just going to use these. And we're going to cut the corners about like that, leaving about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the chipboard over to where you cut. And I just cut mine, I don't cut mine straight across, I cut them at a little bit of an angle. Just gives me a little bit more paper to work with. Alright, and now we can put some score tape here and go ahead and fold this over. So we're basically covering this like we did the one last month. The only difference is we left that one last month all together and just scored it, and this one we've got 3 different pieces here, but the covering is similar. Now I start on the sides and I pull the sides in first, and then I do the ends after that. Now you can see on the end, if you have just a little bit there, just go ahead and press that down. If you have just a little bit of an overhang, just press it down like we did last month, and then fold that up. And see, it makes a really nice corner where you can't see that chipboard at all. That's what you want. Just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead right here where this folds on top of that other paper, and I'm going to put some glue under there. Because I don't want that popping up when I put my cover on it, my mats on there. Okay, then again right here you want to just take your bone folder and go across those edges where that score line is. And you can go ahead and just fold it up. And there's our little mini so far. Isn't that cute? I love the pink and I love the brown, both of them. I have another one that's made with the brown. Okay, now we want to cover the inside of this. And I'm not going to use another whole sheet of paper to do it. I'm going to cover it in sections. So I think I'm going to cover that. You can put that one there. And let's see. I'll use that one for the front. I think I'll use that one for there. Oh yeah, I'm going to be able to cover up those words. Now for this one in the center, what we want to do is cover that one first. And we want to cut a piece of paper. I didn't make a template for this one because I didn't see a need in it. All you need to do is just measure your cut. So on this one, we're going to make it 2 inches by 5 3/4. So just find a paper that you want to use for that center part there and cut it at 2 inches by 5 3/4. And I'm just using a scrap piece from where I had already cut those, that front and back. So 5 3/4. Alright, and see that will go down there and it will cover all of that chipboard, and that's what we want. We want to kind of center that in the middle there and then cover all of that up. And I think for this I'm just going to use some art glitter glue. I'm going to lay that right there, and I'm going to go ahead on this part right here, and I'm going to put some score tape down there. I want to be able to make sure that that's going to hold really well. Okay, then we're going to take this piece and just kind of center it up and lay it down right there. Then here again, you want to go over your score lines. And you can fold it up a little bit to see where those score lines are. And if you fold that side up, you can see the score line there. And of course, let it dry a little bit more than I am. I'm going too fast and not letting it dry well. So let's let that dry. Let your glue dry really well before you start bending it. So while that glue is drying, what we'll do is go ahead and put this front and back on. So these two mats. And these mats are cut. I didn't do a template for these because this is just straight cuts. These are cut at 3 3/8 by 5 3/4. All of them are going to be 5 3/4 tall. So this one's cut at 3 3/8 by 5 3/4, and that's going to be 2 pieces like that. I'm going to go ahead and put lots of glue on this. And you should be able to line that up just exactly with that other piece that you already got down there. It should line up just exactly to the length of it. Alright, then you want to go ahead and get this piece ready, put it down. Now you can choose whatever paper you want to cover yours. These are just some papers that I chose, but you've got lots to choose from. Okay. Bring it out to about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. Just get it as straight as you can and then press it down. That's my grandbaby in the background rattling. You hear something. Say hi, Brooke. She's back there playing with something rattling. So, alright, now we can go back and try to put these score lines in really well. That should be nice and dry by now. And then just slowly bring it up, just like we've done all the other ones. Okay, so there is the first part of your mini album, and we're going to go ahead and put our covers on the outside. And I'm going to use, well, I thought I had cut 2 of those, but I'm going to use that for the front right there. And then I'm going to use this. Nope, not that one. I am going to use, I'm going to use this for the spine piece, that for the front, and then I think I'll go ahead and use that one for the back. The reason I want to use this one for the front is because I have some different flowers and things that I want to put on there. But let's see, I might actually turn that one over and use that for the back. Alright, so these pieces again are cut at 2 3, no. Did I say 2? These pieces are cut at 3 3/8 by 5 3/4. So this one in here, these two, and these two are cut the same size, 3 3/8. And I may have said 2 3/8 a while ago, but I will put it on the screen. It's 3 3/8 by 5 3/4. Okay, then just center that up, and if you have the brown paper, it's going to look just as pretty as this. Just kind of center that up, leaving about 1/4 of an inch at the top and the bottom. Press that down. And we'll go ahead and put the back one on. Okay. There again, center that one up, leaving about 1/4 of an inch on that. And then you're ready for your spine piece. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and ink these. It just depends on what you want it to look like. I'm not inking mine this time, but you can definitely do that if you want to get a little bit more of a distressed look. Make sure I got this the right way up. So I'm gonna put it in line with those other two that I already have down there, and then just kind of center it up on my spine piece. There we go. So there's the outside. That's cute, I like it. And we're ready to go back to the inside. Okay, let's lay our little mini album aside. Now you're gonna need 6 pieces, and I did do the templates for these, and I put them up in the PDF file. But you're gonna need 6 pieces that are cut at 3 1/4 by 3 inches. And then on the 3 1/4 inch side, you're gonna lay it in your scoreboard with the 3 1/4 inch side this way. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna score at 3 inches. That's gonna give you a 1/4 inch score line. That's what you're gonna score. So you're gonna do that on all of them. Make sure that you score on the long side. See, that one is 3 1/4. This one is just 3 inches. Don't score on this side. Score on the 3 1/4 inch. Score it right at 3 inches. So do all 6 of those. Now what I did, you're gonna have quite a few of these little cards in your kit. Let me grab some of them. You're gonna have quite a few of these cards in your kit. And last month I had someone that said, I don't understand what all the cards are for. Look, these are journaling cards. A lot of people use them to journal on. Some people just use them for decoration. Doesn't matter. The back side is left almost blank so that you can do your journaling on there if you want to. But we've got so many in this kit. What I did is I cut mine down to make mats for these cascading sheets that we're going to be making. So I just kind of trimmed them down, and they're trimmed down to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's going to be your mat size, and that is also on your PDF. So I'm just going to put these mats on here. I'm going to go ahead and put my mats on before I attach them. You can do it either way. You can attach and then put your mat, or put your mat now. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to put my mats on. So you're going to make sure that you don't, see there's my scored part right there. Make sure that you don't go past that score line. Just even it up like that. Pretend that score line is not even there. And you're going to cover the front and the back. Now this is going to be my front, and it's going to flip up like this. So I want this piece to be right side up. I don't want to put it on like this, or it'll be upside down when I flip it up. So we're going to put that one on this way. I've got to get more glue in my bottle. I'm running out. Okay, and again, just center that up and press it down. So you do all of your mats. You can cut them out of your paper if you want. You've got plenty of paper. Or you can use these cards and cut them. I just thought the cards were really cute. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. If you're going to put photos on this, then it really doesn't matter what's going to be behind it. But I just thought, since I had so many cards, that I would just use my cards and save my paper. I absolutely love this paper, so therefore I'm going to save as much of it as I can. You know, it has to go in the hoard vault when it's really pretty. Alright, we've got all our mats on. Before we start putting those down, what we want to do is take, let's see, this piece, and what did I cut for the top of that? That piece, I think. This is going to be what holds the little cascading part down. So this is cut, the pink paper here is cut at 3/4 by 6 inches. And then this one is cut at 5/8 by 6 inches. And what we want to do on this one, you want to lay it in the long way, and you just want to score at 5 3/4. And then on this one, don't even worry about scoring. Just lay it up on here at that score line that you just made, and then just trim the end of it off to whatever. So if you want it to come all the way down, that's fine. If you want it to come just part of the way, I just trim mine off right at the end like that. So we're going to go ahead and put the mat on here first before we put that down. Okay, now that little part that you folded, you want to fold that under, and it's going to go right here at the top, right at the top of your mat, not at the top of the book, but right at the top of the mat. And in the center, let's just go ahead and mark the center to make sure that we're getting it about right. So that is 3 3/8, so we want to mark it. You want to mark it, let's see what that is. That is about 1.5 is where you want to make your little mark there. And then you want to put this down. Just put some glue on that little folded over piece. Center that up in that mark. And then press that down right at the end of that mat. And just make sure that it's straight. So that's going to come over like this. Now you can cover this side if you want to. I'm not going to, but you can cover it if you want. Now see, it comes down just to the end of that matte paper, and that's what we want. I included in your kit some Velcro dots. Let's see if I have any extra here. I think I have one. I'm going to put, now you could use your Velcro dot, or if you didn't use your magnet from last time, you can use your magnet on this. It doesn't matter. Whichever one is you want to use. There we go. Now I'm going to put some glue on the back of mine because the backing's been pulled off of it for a while. So we're going to put some glue on there. Just bring it over and press that down. And okay, so we've got our Velcro there and here. So that will work. And now we're ready to put these down. Now you want to start with whichever one you want to be on the top. That's the one you want to start with. I'm going to let this one be the top. So what you're going to do is center that up again, right between those lines there, and hopefully we got that somewhat in the center. And then we're going to go ahead and put some score tape right here. Alright, now what you want to do, you've got that score tape or glue, whatever you put on there, on that front side. It looks like you're putting it on the front side, but we're going to fold this down, so that's actually going to be the back side. And then you're going to put this on here, and you're going to start it right at that top of that mat there. And this first one, you need to get it as straight as you possibly can, because that's going to mean the difference in whether the rest of them are straight or not. So just like that. Let's see how good I did. Maybe I got it straight enough. Okay, then flip that one up, go to your next one. Go ahead and pull that backing off, fold that under, and then that one is going to butt right up against where that other one stopped. Just like that. No room between them. And then see, that folds up. So when they fold over, there's your cascading part. And just try to adjust them so that they'll be as straight as you can possibly get them. so forth. If they're a little bit off, it's not going to matter. Remember, this is homemade. But you can take more time with it than what I'm doing, and you can get yours really, really straight. I'm sure. See? They're coming out pretty good. Okay, let's go with this one next. There we go. And then we're going to do this one last. Oops. My score tape is trying to come up. Let's go ahead and press that back down. There we go. And you're going to lay this one right in there, just like that. Alright, so there is your cascading part right there. Now, these are to the point that you could put a couple more on here if you wanted to. I didn't want to make mine too thick, so I'm going to leave mine with that. You could also go ahead and put another mat right here if you wanted to. You could come in with one of your regular mats, cut that off, and just put it right there so that you have lots of journaling room. That's up to you. I'm going to leave mine just as is and just close it over like that. Isn't that cute? And now we're going to put a piece of bling right there. Or maybe, let's see. Maybe we'll put a flower there. There's one of those flowers that's in your kit. Let's just put a flower there. Now, this is going to want to pop up for a while until it really gets adjusted to being folded. So you can go back and burnish again and again. And the more you burnish and the more you fold it over, the better it will be and the easier it'll fold down. But for a while, it'll look like it's going to want to pop up. But that's just the nature of it. Alright, we're going to pull that over, and then I'm going to put this flower right here on the end. Just to make it look like that's what's holding it down. There we go. Whoops. Okay, got that? There's our cascading, and there's that part. And now we want to work over here on this side. And somewhere I have cut some pieces for that. Okay, what I did is I cut this piece, and this is in your template. This is the base piece. This is the one that's on the very top of your template. It is cut at 3 by 3 1/4, and then you measure up on a 1/2 inch. No, then you measure up 1 inch on this side and then just slice that off. But you don't have to worry about that because I've got the template on there for you. And then all I did is I took my pink paper and I just trimmed up a little piece to cover that edge right there so that it'll kind of make it stand out away from the backing. So I'm going to put this down first. Since I didn't have enough of the pink paper left to do the whole thing, then I just cut it to make it look like I have a mat under there. Same difference. There you go, see? It looks like there's a mat there, but there's really not. It's just a piece of paper, a little scrap piece. And then all you're going to do here is you're just going to glue down this side, across the bottom, and then up that side. You're going to make this into a little pocket. So just down there, across the bottom, and then up through there. And then you're just going to kind of lay that even with that bottom mat and just press it down. So there is your pocket. Let's go ahead and find something to put down in there and I'll show you. See, there's your pocket right there. Now on the on my other one that I made, I put a little something up here because I just thought it was cute. So I think I'll do that with this one. I think I'll use this piece. This is cut from the paper. Confidence breeds beauty. I like that. Just going to kind of put that over to the left side a little bit, just like that. And then you have some tickets in your kit. These are the little tickets, and I just thought it'd be cute to stick those down in there. And you could use those any way that you would want to. And then I also trimmed up one of these. This is one of those journaling tags that you have, and I just trimmed it off. I cut it off at the bottom and then just rounded the corners. And you can put a little piece of string in there. And I'm just going to put that down under the bottom there. Let's see if I have some string to put in there. I didn't include string in your kit. Truthfully, I didn't even think about it, but I'm sure you have a piece of string or something laying, a ribbon, whatever laying around there that you can use in your kit. You may even have some of that left from the February kit that you can use. So you just need a little piece of string or twine or something, ribbon, whatever, to put in there. And for some reason I can't hold on to it. There we go. I'm just going to trim it off a little bit. Then we'll stick it back down in there. So there we have our tickets in there. And we have our little journaling spot in there. So that is the inside basically finished. You could go ahead, like I said, and put a couple more of these on here. You could go ahead and decorate it up more if you wanted to. You've got bling in yours. I didn't have any bling left, so I think I'll probably just use another little flower. I'm going to use one of these little puffy flowers over here on this side. Put it right there. You've got some of these in your kit, butterflies and flowers. So I think that's what I'll use there. So that is the inside of your little Cascading mini, and then what we want to do is start decorating the outside. But we want to put our little closure on first. Now this piece is cut, and I don't think I included this on your template just because it's just a straight cut and then I rounded the corners. This is cut at 2.5 inches by 1 inch, and then I just rounded the corners on one of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the center on the back again. Let's see. Right there is our center, so we're going to mark that. And then we're going to stick this down right there, just like that. But before we put this down, what you need to do is take your bone folder and you're just going to rub over this lightly, the way that you want it to curve. So just slowly and lightly rub over that. And you see how it starts curving the more I rub over it? I'm breaking down those fibers, keeping it from cracking, and then also giving it that little bit of curve that I need for my paper. There we go. So we're going to put that down right there. I'm going to use some score tape just so that it'll stick really well, hopefully. Okay. And then again, just kind of center that up and lay that piece down there, just like that. And then if you flip it over, oops, there we go. If you flip it over, then you can hook it right there. And again, I'm going to use another Velcro dot. Alright, so peel your Velcro dot away from the plastic that it's on. Press one side of it down because it already has the sticky on there. And then pull the backing off of the other one. And then go ahead and close this up and just put it where you think you want it. Don't put it real tight. That way if you put photos and different things on the inside, you'll still have plenty of room. So you can see that's not too tight. We've got plenty of room there. And here again, on top of this, I'm going to go ahead and use one of these flowers off of this to put right on the end of that. Make it look like that's what's holding it down. Now you also got an acrylic sheet with washi tape on it. It's got 3 different colors of washi on there. So you can use your washi tape anywhere on here that you would like. I think I'm going to bring a piece down right there. Just like that. And then I love this center one here. I think I'll use a piece of it. And this one actually runs the other way. So we're going to put this one across here. And I'm going to use that end that is kind of torn. I like that. I like it to be kind of rugged looking. I'm going to put that right there. Press that down. And then you've also got this little one here, and I think I'll put a little piece of it down through there just to kind of even it all up. Let's see, let's pull this back up. This back up and put this one down first. Like that. And then so there we go. We've got some washi on there. And you've got plenty of washi on here, so you've got a lot to use. Then we have this little doily. And I don't think I'm going to use all of it on the front. I think I'm going to cut it in half. I may even cut it in quarters. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to cut it again because I don't want that whole thing on there. And then I can use that on cards or something. I think I might use a piece of that there. And then I really like that, so I'm not sure. Okay, and you also got this die in yours, and I'm pretty sure this time everybody got the same die. And it just says, let's see, it's from Creative Expressions, and it just says from our house to yours. So I want that to go up there, I think. Okay, I used our die and I used a piece of that scrap pink that we had. I cut it out with that, and then I used a piece of the cardstock, this one, and I cut it out again. And what I'm going to do is kind of offset this to make it look like it's got a shadow under it, and then it will also make it stand out a little bit more. So we're going to put some glue on the back of this. And then when you lay it on there, just kind of offset it. Just so that you can see both of them. Just a little. There we go. So you can see that like that. You can see both of them on there. And then we're just going to put some adhesive on this back piece. Okay, see how that makes it stand out more just by using that little bit of pink behind it? Alright, now let's do the bottom here. Now since this is all of the pink that I have left, I'm still going to make a mat for this to make it stand out. All I'm going to do is put it about right there, like that. And I'm going to trim the end off. Then I'll still have some extra left if I want to use it for something else, cut out butterflies or something. So what you want to do is glue this piece on the back with just that little bit showing right there. So just run a little bit of glue down through there. And just leave about a little less than a quarter there, and then do the same thing on the bottom. And you'll see that it makes it look like there's a mat there, but we're saving a lot of paper. See? Looks like it's matted. And then we're going to put that down right there, and I'm going to use this doily. I'm going to clip these off at a little bit of an angle so that they don't stick out from the edge. I'm going to put the doily down, and then you could also use some of those pop dots that you got last month under here. I think that's the way I'm going to put that down right there. So I'm just going to glue the doily to the back of this first. And then I'll put glue on all of it and glue it down. There you go. Now we have quite a few flowers left, so we want to use those. And we have some butterflies. We want to definitely use our butterflies. I'm going to put one right there. And one down here. And I think I will put this little flower up here with the pink butterfly. Just like that. And then we'll put this pink flower down here with the white butterfly. I think these are really cute. They're real sparkly. Like that. And that is the front of our little mini. Super cute, easy to make. And then if you open it up, then you've got all of these good things on the inside. And I do think I'm going to go ahead and put a flower up here at the top too, because I have extra flowers left. I think I had 4 or 5 flowers, and I think you've got 4 or 5 in your kit. So I can put a flower right there. And then of course we still have the SWME stamp set that we haven't used on this. I'm going to use this on cards. So when I make my cards, I will be using this on some different cards. Now, let me tell you, since we're leaving on Friday, and this is Wednesday when I'm filming this, since we're leaving on Friday for the SWME and Friends cruise, I'll be teaching on that. So we probably won't get the cards made until I get back. I may get them made, but I don't think I'll get the video uploaded. So this will give you something to work on while we're gone. And then when I get back, I will upload the cards, because you have 2 cards bases and 2 envelopes in your packet too. So when I get back, I'll work on that to get those up for you as well. And I think that is all we're going to do to this little mini album. I think it's cute. I think that is just adorable. I think that's it. It doesn't need anything else. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you are a member of our kit club, make sure that you go to the link below, go over and join the Facebook kit group. It is private, it's exclusive just for kit club members, and that's where all the links, photos, and everything are. And then other people, when they get their kits, they're sharing their photos and things on there too. So it's just an inspirational page, and that's where we can link all the PDFs so that you can just click on them and go straight to them. You don't have to try to type in a link. There was some confusion with that last time, so that's why we decided to just open up that Facebook page. And we only have like 40 something people in there, and we have almost 100 in our kit club. So I know there's lots of you that are not members of that yet. So if you'll go over there and make sure that you are a member so that you can get access to all of this information, that would be great. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. Thanks.